Hiya, how we doing? Saturday morning, which normally I'm playing golf, but today it's persistently pouring down, so decided to didn't want to spend 3 hours in the rain. It's supposed to be enjoyable, 3 hours walking around in the rain, playing hit it, find it, hit it again. Nah. As you can tell, I've got a few days growth. Last shave was my last video actually. I meant to shave during the week, but I got dragged away from the office offshore for a couple of days, which negated that possibility. So we got a full 7-day beard. Look like Flash, but without the ginger bits. Flash, nice to see you back, mate, with your 25 soaps. Everybody else does 3, he has to do 25. What's that about? Knock it on the head. It's not big, it's not clever, just stop it, alright? So, Flash, hope you're well. So, hardware, razor for today. I'm using a Gillette Slim Adjustable. This is my birthday razor, 1967, first quarter. Twist to open, adjustable razor. And in there I've got a, make sure it's right way around, Polsilver Super Iridium, which will be in its first use. I thought I'd break out a new blade with this much hair. So there's the blade in the razor. Don't fully close the doors, then you can adjust it to whatever setting you want. We've got 7 days growth, so we're going to start on number 7. So once you get the razor set up, there's a turn the knob to close, and then there's a quarter turn to lock everything together. So that's the slim and the blade. So I'm going Greek today, Faena. This is the spring edition, limited edition, which is a take on Tour de Hermes. So nice fougere. And yeah, it's a scent I really like. I've actually got 2 tubs of this, I like it that much. So yeah, Faena, it's towel soap from Greece. Nice soap. And the brush is something new. I believe it's actually the first brush of this type, or from this maker, and with this knot in the UK. I'm led to believe from the retailer. So the brush is, there's the box, Rich Man Shaving from the States, Rich Hansen. He's got a YouTube channel, Etsy shop, where he sells all his stuff from. And there's the brush, Rich Man Shaving. It's a green and grey handled. It's called the knot is called the F1 Innovator. There's also the S1 Innovator. The F stands for finest badger. The Innovator, it's not a full badger knot, it's a synthetic fibre mixed in to the knot. So I got this on, this arrived on Thursday morning. Wednesday, got it picked up from the post office on Thursday, and I lifted up my desk while I went and sat on a helicopter and an old rig. So yeah, it's 24, I think it's 24 mil. So finest badger. So there's the brush, there's the bowl. So yeah, 7 days growth. Starting to itchy a little bit. I've grown a beard in the past, like goatees and stuff like that, and it's just, yeah, it gets itchy and dries out and horrible. And so all I do is shake the brush out. I haven't squeezed it or anything like that. Just put a couple of drops there of water on the top of the soap. Lovely scent. there's a pretty, hopefully enough loaded into the tips. We'll scrape out what's left. So yeah, set them on. So I just checked on YouTube this morning, and thank you. Finally broken 3 figures for subscribers. It's not something a number I look at very often. If you want to watch, watch. If you don't, don't. Really not bothered. I make these things myself for a bit of fun. Last video uploaded, I think it was 99 subs. And what I've done this morning was 104. So, to all those of you who have subscribed, thank you. Okay, I've just put some more water into the brush and just go back to the puck. And now we're getting there. Now we're getting a load. The only drawback, say for these Faena tubs, is the tubs aren't very wide, but they are quite deep. And they're just basically polyethylene plastic. But you can't knock the soaps. The few Faena soaps I've got a couple of their special editions, and yeah, the performance is just top notch. If you want to see the ingredients, I'll just dry that off. There's the ingredients there on the back of the puck, back of the tub. So I'll just pause that and have a look. Slippery stuff like. That's better, it's a better load. The first load was a bit dry, I think. Yeah, sat them on, I've had a shower. And yes, I've got a coffee, which we will be partaking of during the shave, just to ease into the day. Oh, Thursday I was thinking, oh great, Thursday night we'll get a video done, get a shave, get a video done tonight, get that knocked up, doing those the weekend. 2 o'clock phone call, can you go offshore? Okay, the brush. I'll put a link below to Rich's Etsy store. I'm not sure if this handle colour is still available. The colours are, I know, I had a quick look last night when I got back. But these knots are only available from him. So yeah, and there is a silver tip and a finest. It's a combination of say, finest or silver tip, whichever grade you buy, with synthetic fibres mixed into the hair. What those synthetic fibres are, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Can't find any details about them. First use is a little bit of scratch, a little bit on the face, but there's no smell. So there we go. has been rolled up and my face lather done. It's quite a thick lather, but 7 days growth. So, Gillette Slim Adjustable with a Polsilver Super Iridium on setting number 7, which you can see there, hopefully. And let's crack on. The really nice part about having a facial hair slough is you can identify, I discussed this a few weeks ago, you can easily identify the growth of your beard. Plenty of slickness, and it's just mowing through the whole lot. As per most of the Gillette Super Speed type heads, there's a little bit of blade overhang to be aware of on the tabs of the blade, but under the nose and under the ears. Not so much first pass, but when you start going that direction you can easily take a wee slice out the bottom of your nose, which is quite uncomfortable. It's a nice thick lather. As you can see, it's nice and thick. Hey, pretty good, it's not bad. Faena soaps are quite underrated in my opinion. If they were made in the States, they would be raved about. But with them being made in Greece, I don't even know if they're available in the States. I imagine they would be. You must have some retailers. You can buy direct from Faena themselves. Okay, for the next part I'm going to drop this down to number, probably number 4. We've got rid of 7 days of growth quite easily there on setting number 7. So we've just basically opened the doors to take the pressure off the mechanism, dropped it down to indicator 4 on the settings, and we'll just tighten it back up. There's still stubble left, but compared to what was there 10-15 minutes ago, there's not really a lot left. Okay, still plenty left on the brush. I'll just put some water in the knot and then basically get the lather back to life. So across the grain. Right. So yeah, it was nice to get home last night for burn supper. Didn't have a whiskey, was too tired. So I may well partake in a burn supper tonight or a drum tonight. With what, I don't know, as I've got marginally fewer whiskies and shaving soaps, and we'll leave it at that. Whisky and shaving soap are very similar, depending what sort of mood you're in, what sort of, I'm buying bourbons, similar, but whiskey's better. As to what sort of scent you want and flavour, whether you're going for an arbor, whether it's peat and seaweed and punch in the face sort of scent, or lowland, nice and light and bright yellow. It all varies, depending on what it's been casked in and everything else. Coffee break. So I've just dropped out number 3, not going through the process again of diptych pencil. Getting little blood spots, which is basically, it's a strong alum block basically. Bit of cold water. That's it, we're done. Just make sure you dry them off when you're finished, otherwise they'll just dissolve with any moisture left on them. They aren't expensive, that was what, £1, something like that. But a very useful little tool if you get any nicks like that. Okay. So that's it done. So I'm going to have a face wash with this, and then we'll come back and face wash with the soap from the brush, and then we'll come back and we'll do the post shave. So see you in a minute. Oh, that's better. That just feels lovely. So quick bit of post shave. I'm going to do some witch hazel. This is my DIY witch hazel, mixed in with aloe vera gel at about 70-30, 80-20, something like that, and there's a few drops of tea tree oil in there as well, and it's just in a little spray bottle. That's 10 pumps under the hands and round. I think from next batch of that, I may well try some of the flavours, maybe get a couple more oils, and just maybe do 10 drops of cedarwood and 5 of lavender. So it's cedarwood and lavenders, Thayers or witch hazel, as opposed to paying 15 quid a bottle for witch hazel for Thayers, and buy a bottle of witch hazel for a couple of quid, and then just make your own up. Cheaper, it just does the same job, it just doesn't smell as nice. And most of us put other stuff on top of it anyway. Next, shake and splash, that's what I call it anyway. Nivea 2-phase, as you can see it's white at the bottom, blue at the top. This was available when I was a teenager under a different name many years ago, and it just disappeared off the market. There's a restrictor on the bottle. There's a bit of menthol in it. For a sting. A bit of glycerin for moisturisation. The sting soon dissipates. And on top of that, I'm going to whack some smelly stuff because I feel like it. And smelly stuff for today is Kiton Black. I do like the Kiton do 2 scents. I had the red, which I really like. It's like a really nice scent. And I've got the black to follow it up with, so that's gone on top of the Nivea. And again, to avoid the alcohol burn, I spray it onto the palm of my hand and then onto the face. Just let the alcohol dissipate, or some of the alcohol dissipate. If you're not standing in the bathroom going screaming like a banshee, so to speak. So that's it, done. 7 days growth on the face anyway, gone. The head hasn't been done yet. May well leave that in the week, then clipper it and then shave it again. We'll see. So, quick run through of what we used today. The razor, Gillette Slim Adjustable 1967, and inside there we had a Polsilver Super Iridium on its first use, and there's the blade, which I'll say on its first use. I'll get that sorted out in a moment. The soap, Faena Spring Edition last year, limited edition soap based on Tour de Hermes. The brush, Rich Man Shaving. You can see that it's starting to break it already. That was his first use today. Rich Man Shaving from Rich Hansen in the States. The Innovator, F1 Innovator, has been the finest badger brush. He also does a silver tip as well with its badger synthetic mix. If you look down there, you can see like there's different colour variations, so I presume that there will be the synthetic fibres. Post shave, a little bit of witch hazel. You can see how fast the Nivea settles and returns to its normal state of blue and white, or white and blue. If you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, you'll appreciate those colours. That's the Nivea 2 phase, and we just finished off with some Kiton black for a bit of a smell. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Any comments, leave them below. I will endeavour to reply, or I will reply, hopefully, eventually, as I see them. No cold wash water was used during the course of the shave, so Flash, your water reserves are fine, you're good to go, mate. I didn't use any of yours, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next shave, so bye for now.